Good morning. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I just wanted to hop on really quick and talk about your case study that is coming up and that is due at the end of the summer semester. So what you want to do is you want to hop on Blackboard and you want to go to the course content tab and click on it. I don't know why I always have to click twice, but I do. Okay, so once you're on the course content tab, you want to scroll down. It's kind of towards the bottom. Here it is. It's a case study folder. So open up the case study folder, and in that folder I have absolutely everything that you need, okay? So at the very top it says case study instructions. So we're going to click on that and look at that. It is a lot, but I wanted to make sure that you have absolutely everything that you need, and I hope that I've laid it out in a way that's very informative to you, and it's kind of step by step. So hopefully you don't have too many questions. But if you do, please call me or email me and I can help walk you through it or answer any questions that you have. So a case study, the first thing that you need to know is, and I have it here bolded, do not include the child's name. When you're writing your journals, you can put your children's names in the journals, that's fine. But in case studies, and you've always seen this in research papers that you've read or case studies that you've seen, they changed the people's names in it. So when you're writing your case study, change the name, or you don't even have to use the child's name. So give them a different name or just refer to them as the girl that I studied or the boy, or just don't even say their name, okay? So the first thing that you have is the description of the child that you observed. You want to tell their age, if they're a boy or a girl. Once again, I state, do not use the child's name. Physical characteristics. Are they tall? Are they short? Are they slender? Brown hair, blue eyes, their skin color. So just a physical description. Family background. If possible, see if you can talk to their parent or their guardian just a little bit and see what the parents do. Do they work? Does mom stay at home? Does dad stay at home? Who keeps them? Does grandmother or grandfather pick them up, or is it an aunt, uncle, cousin? Just see if you can get a little family information. Are they the only child? Do they have brothers or sisters? What's their age? Where does the child that you observe, what is their place in the family or position of the child in the family? I'm kind of skipping ahead, sorry. Family schedules. What does the family do? When the child wakes up, like what time do they wake up? Do they eat breakfast at home, or is breakfast provided at the daycare that you're observing? When the child gets picked up, do they go straight home, or do they have ball practice? Do they go to dance, or do they go to cheer, or what do they do on the weekends? Is this the first time the child's been in daycare, or have they been in other daycare experiences? Have they been in a home daycare? And then just any other information that you might find out. Emotional, social, and cognitive development. You're just going to summarize this. Basically, this is when you get to do a lot of observation. Their cognitive development, language. How is their vocabulary for their age? Do you hear a speech problem, or is their speech good for their age? Are they able to communicate well for their age? Are they able to use words to get across what they're trying to communicate? Or do they point a lot? Or are they just not able to get out what they want to say? How is their memory? Maybe play a little memory game with them, like where the cards are flipped over and you have to make matches. Just see how their memory is. Are they able to problem solve, like with puzzles? Imagination, this is always a fun one. Maybe when you're out on the playground or in the housekeeping area, what do they like to pretend to play? Attention span, or a time on a task. When they're at maybe centers or at a tabletop toy, how long can they stay with that task? Are they able to keep their attention on it for as long as the teacher wants them to, or do you have to keep redirecting them? Hey, okay, we're here right now. So how long are they able to stay on task? Emotional development. Do you see any anger? Do they lash out in anger? Or do they have a certain fear of something? How is their self-concept about themselves? Are they really self-confident in their abilities, or do they kind of shy away from things? And just their behavior overall. Their relationship with adults, their parents, are they really attached to their parents? Is it hard for them to let go in the mornings? Do they cry, or do they just give a hug and they're like, bye, and they're ready to start their day? Relationship with peers, how do they get along with their friends in class? Do they only play with girls? Do the boys just play with boys, or do they just, it doesn't really matter, they play with everybody? Temperament, that kind of goes, are they kind of easygoing? I know in one chapter we talk about there's 3 types of temperament. Are they easygoing, or do they not like change? So talk a little bit about that. And then the attachment that kind of goes along with the relationship with adults. Their physical development, their physical characteristics and motor development. Are they really good at running? Do they have those good gross motor skills? Well, that's down there. Sorry, y'all. Just kind of skipping ahead. Fine motor skills. Are they able to hold the crayons right, or pencils? The fine motor skill, can they cut, use scissors? Can they stack blocks? Can they grasp things? And if they can't, that's fine. Just talk about that. Where are they with that? And then their overall general physical health. And that might be where you talk with parents again. Do they have allergies? Do they get sick a lot? Or are they just pretty good in health? It can go either way. There's no right or wrong answer for this paper. You're just kind of gathering information and just putting it all together. These are just some more opportunities for observation. How do they do work when they work by themselves? Does this child prefer to be by themselves when they're working on something? How do they do in a large group activity? Maybe your center does circle time. How do they do? Are they able to sit on the rug or the carpet, or maybe they're square? Can they sit there for the allotted amount of time, or do you have to keep redirecting them? Do they like art? Some kids, they do not like working with paint. They don't like working with, materials. They're very sensitive to what gets on their hands. When they eat, are they a good eater? Do they eat all their food, or are they a picky eater? Do they like music? Going to the bathroom, are they potty trained? Can they do everything by themselves? Do they remember to wash their hands? And how do they like outside play? Some kids don't really like to go outside, but most kids do. You need to include a conclusion, and you can just pick one of these. Don't write about all of them. Just pick one, and then just talk about that just to close your paper up. Okay. So if you follow this, you are going to be just fine. All right. So this is a little checklist to kind of help you go through your paper, and it gives you the due date, July 24th. But if you want to turn it in before July 24th, you are more than welcome to. Okay, you have to get a permission slip signed. You have to let the parent know that you are writing a case study on their child, okay? You're not diagnosing their child with anything. It's not a formal assessment. You are just writing a paper for class. No one is going to see this paper except for you, because you're writing it, and me. And that is it. That's as far as it goes. If they have any questions, they can call me. My number is here, and I will be more than happy to talk to them if they have any questions, okay? You will need to turn this permission slip in. Okay. Here is a rubric on how you will be graded. It needs to be between 4 and 6 pages, and this does not include your cover sheet or your reference page. You do need a cover sheet. You do need a reference page. So where are you going to get this reference from? Just out of your textbook, okay? And I'll show you an example. There is an example case study included with all of this, and we'll show you that in a minute. Don't use the child's name. I have this on here again. Please don't put your name on every page, and you do need a conclusion. And then I give you some more things. Some of these are easy peasy points, double space, 1 inch, Times New Roman, 14 font. Make sure you spell things right, and, start your sentence with a capital letter and put a period at the end. A lot of this is easy points. Okay, here is the example. Okay, so she has her cover sheet, as you can see, and she just starts out and she goes down that very first page that we went over as an outline. She just goes down that, and that's all she does. If you want to read this, you can. I'm going to try and find a reference for you. I know it's in here, which y'all can look. Okay, here we go. She talks about how the child loves to dress up in various costumes and wear them while playing at home, and then talks about a child's ability to form scripts, as this boy's recollection of a birthday party is common with this age. There is her reference right there, and it's from your textbook. So there it is right there. And then at the very end, okay, and then she included another one, symbolic play. You only have to have one, but she did another one. So at the very end, there it is, works cited. You only have to have one. Okay, that's it. All right, here's where you will submit your case study and your permission slip. So you'll just click on that. You will hit Browse My Computer, and then you'll upload it from your desktop or down wherever you have it. And you can upload more than one, so you will upload your case study and your permission slip. Okay, but I'm not going to upload anything because it won't work for me. Okay, so I'm going to get back out of this. All right, so that is everything. Once again, this is due July 24th, right there by 11:59 p.m. If you want to submit it earlier, you can. If you have any questions at all, please call me, please email me. And I think that is it. So that's all for now. I'll see y'all later. Bye.